Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever place that you're at. It's Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a live unboxing of the Comic Jabroni. Shout out to the Comic Jabroni and his channel. But no, there's a lot of other live streams going on right now, so not sure if anybody's going to hit mine up, but hopefully some people will stop by. If they do, be sure to chime in the chat. Got a unboxing of the latest of the Comic Jabroni boxes. I was one of the few to get in. If you were to watch his video, when his kids picked me, I was actually the first one and didn't know if that means anything. In full disclosure, I've already actually opened the box. I already know what's in it. So kind of like a kid on Christmas, couldn't wait. Wasn't able to do the video because of work and everything yesterday. So went ahead and opened the box just to see what kind of goodies I had in there, and wanted to do a live stream of bringing them to you, as well as some of my other hauls, whether it's part of New Comic Book Day or whatever. So here we go. Looks like we got one in the chat. And again, feel free to chime in, or if you're joining me after the live chat's over with, Bake the Snake, what's shaking, Bacon? And Discovery Bay, man. I feel privileged over here lurking on me as Perry does. But yeah, so just got the Comic Jabroni box. Got it in yesterday, got it open yesterday, and just want to show what I got. And so we're going to start out with Marvel 2-in-1, the Thing and the Jack of Hearts. So pretty cool comic. Actually, almost as old as I am. So, and so that was pretty cool. Next up, we got Catwoman #9, the Art Germ variant cover. So cool cover there. Not big into reading Catwoman, but can always dig a cool cover. Yeah, Discovery, JB, I'm sorry, I don't have no disco playing in the background. I did recently get one of the arcade ups, the Marvel Superheroes version, so you might hear the clickety-click, snappity-snap of my kids playing it over there, but no disco music. So I just have to do the little disco thing for you or something like that. All right, so we also had Catwoman #8. This is the, what's up, Rod? Rod, just for you, man, just for you. But anyway, so yeah, we got the Catwoman #8. This is the Tony Daniels variant version there. Cool pickup. Catwoman #12. Obviously, Jabroni must be a Catwoman fan, and this is the variant cover there. Forget what this one was for. And we got some Spider-Man. Yeah, I agree. Tony Daniels. You know, there's certain things that, thank you, son. Anyway, there's certain things that Tony Daniels does great, and I think Batman's one of them. And Batman-related characters. I think his Catwoman's pretty good. Didn't really dig it in the last issue, but this issue that I'll get to in a minute, it was okay. So yeah, so we got Spider-Man #18. And so side by side with the Ghost Rider, Revenge of the Sinister Six, Part 1. Some no, Rod, unfortunately, spoiler alert, I didn't get the slabs. I know John's Comics with Kids. He picked up the Fantastic Four. Not sure who got the Avengers, or if it's been revealed who got the Avengers yet, but I did not get no slabs. Got some cool bucks, but no slabs. So Spider-Man #18, Revenge of the Sinister Six, Part 1, issue 19, which is Part 2, 20, 21, and you guessed it, 22. Now, I will say this is, of course, I think the second set of boxes that he's put out, and but it was my first time. I think I asked late, saw the video late, whatever it was the first time, but got in on this time. And one thing that I like that he does is the set. So, I got all the Revenge of the Sinister Six in that run, versus getting one and going, well, crap, what am I going to do with that, right? So I will say that was a good thing there. And although I did not get one of the slabs, I feel like I got my money's worth. I didn't get a steal, but I wasn't excited for maybe hopefully to get the Avengers 4. I wasn't expecting a steal, right? So just want a pretty fair deal, pick up some books that I like. I dig Batman, dig Spider-Man, so it's a win for me. Got Convergence #2, and so this is the bigger one, at least in my mind, that I got in this lot, and that's the Amazing Spider-Man #70. That's some John Romita Spider-Man goodness, 12-cent copy there. Not in the greatest of shape, but even, in a 3-ish type shape. It's always a good book to have in the PC. So that's all I got for the comic Jabroni and from the box. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll do that, Bake. Yeah. Now, I do have some other pickups that I was going to share in the same video. I picked up this X-Men #79. This is one of the reprints during that era of X-Men's history. But for some reason, it was kind of hard to pick up. Not sure why, but this one's it was a pretty good cover, pretty good condition. I know it's in Mylar, but there's only a couple of spine ticks on that black spine. So managed to pick that one up. And so I have got, as I pull up, so you might can see this here. Not sure if that'll come up or not, but so I've got 14 comics left for my Volume 1 Uncanny X-Men run. So currently I have issue 40 through 544, and then, of course, all the ones up in the deal. Turn the brightness down the phone. Thanks for the heads up. So let me try that, Bert. See if I can do that. Now it don't seem like it wants to be bright enough. But yeah, so I've got 14 comics left to complete that Uncanny X-Men run, and it's going to kind of slow down because one of those bad boys is #1, which, as we all know, is quite the issue to get a hold of. It takes quite the funds, and so we'll see how that goes. But such as it is, we've gotten pretty far. Did pick up today Once and Future. This was a series that I've been watching several videos, singing its praises, and finally decided to, yeah, you're right. You're right, Beck. It did work better. That I decided to pick up on. And so Once and Future, really dug it. Kind of thought it was going into a main series, the end of it. So not to spoil it for anybody that hasn't read it. Haven't read it. The end was kind of up in the air that they could continue it on. So it was kind of like, okay, well, we close this chapter, but if we open it up another one, don't be surprised. So some people said it was just a mini series, and some people said it's going to be an ongoing series. So we'll see how that goes. I've been digging this series because I'm a fan of the Batman Who Laughs, but this #6 was kind of meh. It was the end of the Infected run, and so they kind of at the end started on the last couple of pages started the next series of where they're going to go with this. This one is not going to get picked next time. Picked up some Valiant goodness. Always like to get some Valiant goodness, and this is Visitor #2. Visitor was one of those series back in the 90s that I did not get into in Valiant, although I got into all the other ones back then and still got them today. But been digging it so far. And I don't know, maybe I probably should have waited for the trade, but it's a 6-issue miniseries, so I'm already there. So we're just going to stick with it for now. Red Hood and the Outlaws. I like the Red Hood. Really dug his new 52 get up as opposed to this new get up here. But Nevertheless, I like it, but it's an okay title. And there's a lot of titles that I've been picking up, a lot of indies lately that I haven't been used to picking up, kind of like Once and Future and some other ones that, there's only so many comic book dollars in the budget, right? And so when you're trying to get these old X-Men and you're trying to get the good reads, you want to kind of go to the great reads. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the Red Hoods because this was kind of closing out, and I felt like they were fixing to start the series in a new direction the next time. So I might or might not pick it up next time. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man 38. Now, this was one that I did enjoy, and I haven't been really enjoying the last few Spider-Man. Just kind of been hanging in there as Reggie of Reggie Collects likes to say, even when your home team is losing, you still like to hang in there with them, still like to cheer them on. So, been cheering on Amazing Spider-Man for that reason. The art was kind of meh. Ryan Otley took a break or something from the book and wasn't really digging the art, wasn't really digging the storyline. 2009 or 2009, 2099 was kind of a waste of time, at least in my mind. I didn't get it at all. So I was like, yeah, I checked out on it, especially where it crossed over into Amazing Spider-Man. But starting with this issue, it really felt like the old days Spider-Man, just kind of a cornball, but not so cornball that he was unbearable. He had the jokes. Him and JJ's got this different kind of relationship now than what they used to in the past. But it was a really good read. Felt like the art and the story really just kind of blended together. Don't know if that makes sense to everybody. It does to me, but I don't know if that makes sense to everybody. But sometimes it seems like the artist with certain storylines and certain issues are pulling against each other, that the art's trying to tell one thing versus the writer's trying to tell another. But it feels like they really clicked together in that issue. And so hopefully it's a turning point for Amazing Spider-Man because it was kind of on the iffy list too. Batman: The Curse of the White Knight. This is a DC Black Label, although it's not like the Black Label of the Joker and the Batman Damned and all that kind of stuff, but it's still just as cool. Been picking up all of these, and I'll continue to pick up these. This is, I think, a 12-part miniseries. This is book 6. We're halfway through. Now, I'm going to spoil it for you who gets killed in this issue, but if you've been reading this series, you can tell that there's really no sacred cows in this book. I guess since it is only a miniseries, that they don't really care who all dies. But as it is with all comics, I guess that anybody can come back to life, right? So there was somebody, a character that dies in this issue. So it's kind of the midpoint, kind of the Empire Strikes Back type of the saga, so to speak. But it's a really good read. Really dig the art. Hoping to go to a con in March, maybe, that Sean Murphy, who is the artist, is going to be at. So hopefully I can get him to sign some of these books because really dig the art, really dig the story. And then Batman number 87. Did I say error or did I say era? Really read that either way because some would say it was both. But anyhow, not here to debate that, but I am here to say that I am digging the Batman, the direction that he's going. And this is kind of the reason why I've stuck with Batman's, is it Batman's Grave? Yeah, Batman's Grave. The reason why I've stuck with that comic is because it's like old school Batman. It's just in Batman's Grave, Alfred is alive, and so it's him. And in these, it's I think Morgan Freeman, Lucius Fox. So Lucius Fox, that's kind of filling that role, but it's just crime fighting. It's down on the streets. He's kind of a street fighter, using his sense, using his detective, his knowledge, as opposed to being some cosmic superhero, right? Batman saving the world like Superman. Batman, Superman, they should be fighting different villains. This is just my thoughts, but there's a different power set, obviously, but because Batman's so popular, DC tries to use him in everything. Okay, to ad nauseum. And so I really think he's outside the Batman mythos when he's up there fighting Darkseid. But that's just my humble opinion. Everybody's got their own, right? But this kind of feels like that. He's down there fighting Deathstroke and some of these other cats that are really on his level, but it's still a struggle for him. The struggle's still real, even though he's got. And there's even a joke, a quip in there that he tells Catwoman that, "How do you know I don't have something that does that? Because hey, after all, everything's in the Bat Belt, right?" So those were not my new pickups for the week. And so hopefully you enjoyed the sharing of the Jabroni box as well as the new pickups for the week. Feel free to leave the comments down below. For those of you who have joined me live, I really appreciate you stopping by. And you know, be sure to click that like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Check out my other videos. But tell me what you're picking up. Are there some series that you're firing this week? Are you not picking up anymore? Or you're going to start picking up some different series? What's really catching your eye? And in this 2020 year, what's on your pull list? What big goals do you have for your collection? We're still early enough in the year to be talking about that, and hopefully you're already making some dents in those want lists. But be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it where applicable. Again, thank you for watching. What's up, Mastodon? Coming in late, but hey, late is better than never. I was just wrapping up, sharing some of the comics that I picked up with the Comic Jabroni box and some of my pickups for the week. But I appreciate you stopping by in the chat. So, like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, keep reading, keep collecting, and see you then.